Hi there, folks. My name's Jonathan Denwood, and I'm the founder and CEO of WP-Tonic. And in this video, I'm going to be talking to you, the life coach. What are the best choices when it comes to building a website for your business, for your coaching business? I'll be back in a few moments, folks. We're coming back. Like I say, if you're a life coach and you're looking for some advice about what are some of the best choices when it comes to help platforms or builders to help you build your website for your business, I've got some great advice. Now, there's two buckets here. There's what is called SaaS Solutions. They're online total platforms. They normally, the attraction is that there's slightly less configuration that you've got to do with it, with these type of platforms. They report to be slightly easier than the other choice, which I'm going to tell you about in a minute. And they're supposed to be a bit more secure. But the fundamental selling point is that they provide everything in one bucket. One of the problems with them is that if you stop paying them, they normally don't offer any way of exporting any of the pages or any of the content that you've placed on their platform. So you have to copy or paste or reconfigure it all by hand. Second is if there's any functionality that you're looking for that makes your website slightly different to the competitors, they might not provide it, so you're stuck basically. And thirdly, there are kind of limitations of look. You're dependent on the themes, the kits that they provide, and if you don't like any of them, normally you're limited about what you can do about that. I'll be going into a couple of the leaders in these type of platforms for you to go and have a look at. Now, the second bucket is to utilize open source, and the leader by a mile is WordPress. There's two versions of WordPress. It's WordPress.com, which is very like the first bucket I was describing to you, but I would not recommend that. I would, if you're looking to utilize WordPress, look at WordPress.org. You download it. You have to buy hosting somewhere. There's a lot of quality hosting, WP-Tonic or WP Engine or Kinsta. So you have to download it. I say that, but with WP-Tonic, WP Engine, Kinsta, they either install it for you or you can press a couple of buttons and it will be installed for you on the hosting. Because I was just about to say that you've got to upload WordPress to wherever you're hosting, where a lot of hosting providers now, you don't actually have to do that. So you got it set up, and then you got to find a theme, or before that, there's another choice. There's what is called Native Gutenberg, which is a page layout product that comes with WordPress, or you can choose the external page builder. The one that we utilize at WP Engine is Elementor, and there's a number of others out there. There's Divi, there's Oxygen, Bricks, Beaver Builder. There's a number of them out there, but the one that we choose at WP Engine is Elementor. Gutenberg is really great, but you normally have to add a number of third-party plugins to get it to the level that you get with Elementor Pro. So that's why we choose to work with Elementor. I would recommend that you do that as well at the present moment. Now, so the thing you've got to do with these is you've got to buy a domain. You've got to get your hosting, like I say, with WP Engine, WP-Tonic or Kinster. These are the ones I would recommend. You normally can click install WordPress, and then, but you've got to have a domain. I would suggest that you don't buy your domains from whoever you're hosting with. If you're looking at WordPress, who I would suggest is Cloudflare. Cloudflare have honest, up to front, really excellent value. So go to cloudflare.com and buy your domain there. You can set up a free account, and by doing that, you get some extras included with buying the domain. You get a package of very good security functionality. I'm going to make a specific video about Cloudflare and why you should really sign up for one of their accounts. Like I say, they offer paid accounts, but the free, when it comes to value for money, is just fantastic. So that's the tip. Don't buy your domain from them. Now, when it comes to what I said originally about providing a couple of providers that provide everything in one bucket, the two that I would recommend is Squarespace or Wix. They're the two. There's a number of others as well out there, but they're the two leaders. For a while, Squarespace was definitely more superior than Wix, but Wix has really come on quite a bit, and I would still slightly lean to Squarespace, but it's really debatable. And some people would say I was wrong and Wix is better. One tip with either of those platforms, if you do decide to go with one, is don't buy your domains through them. They do offer a service, and it's exactly like if you go down the WordPress space. I wouldn't recommend that you buy your domain through your hosting provider either. So, but you do have to jump through some slight hoops, just like the hosting if you're going with WordPress, if you buy your domain outside of their purchasing environment. But it's well worth it. It's not that hard. They all provide instructions. They just bury the instructions a little bit in the support documentation, but it's not that hard. And it will save you an enormous amount of pain and frustration if you decide to move away from a particular platform, or when it comes to WordPress, a particular hosting platform. So the other factor you've got to think about is marketing automation and email functionality. When it comes to WordPress, the hosting providers, apart from WP-Tonic, don't provide any email functionality at all. WP Engine and Kinster don't provide it. Some of the other providers out there will provide some basic email functionality, but it's called inbox functionality. It's designed at the maximum to send about 200 and 250 email a day out. And it's really designed, for example, Jonathan at WP-Tonic. And if you're utilizing Outlook or some PC, or if you're on the Mac, you're utilizing Apple Mail, it's supposed to work with application cloud-based or desktop application where you have a physical inbox like Jonathan. You can and the email goes into your client, web-based or desktop-based. That's what that's designed for. You've got two other kinds of email. Transactional. Transactional email is when somebody, let's say you're doing your website and you also want a membership element to it. So Squarespace, Wix offers some membership functionality. Definitely WordPress, you've got an enormous amount of choice. And there's other videos on the WP-Tonic YouTube channel that explain all this to you, life coaches. And if you do find this has been helpful and you watch some of the other videos, please subscribe to the channel and give me some feedback. It really encourages me to make more of these videos. So you got what is called transactional email. Let's say you've got a course as part of your website, somebody buys the course, they've got to be sent an invoice, you've got to be sent an email saying that somebody signed up. That's what is called transactional email. With WP-Tonic, we include that functionality. When it comes to marketing email or marketing automation email, that is done by with something like Wix or SendGrid, Squarespace, if they've got it. With WordPress, you can definitely buy third-party plugins, but you normally got to link it to a third-party email provider. Or with something like Squarespace or Wix, you've got to link it with another SaaS-based system like MailChimp. There's an enormous amount of them. You've got to set all that on if you're utilizing a SaaS-based solution or WordPress. I'm going to leave it now. Hopefully I haven't confused you a bit more. There's a great article that's linked in the show, the links in the supporting show notes of this video. Just go and have a read up. I'll go into a bit more detail about the options. And if you need any more advice, you can book a totally free consultation with me by just going to the WP-Tonic website, and you'll see a big button that says, let's talk some more. You click it and you can book a consultation with me, and I'll be more than happy to go through the options with you on a one-to-one free consultation. I'll see you soon, folks. Bye.